Over 15 murders happen in the US every second. That is a well scary percentage. And when the coppers can't handle it, they call in this special branch called the FBI.
I lean the FB, I lean the FB, boom! I lean the FB, I lean the FB, boom!
So what actually is the FB?
The FBI is the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. It's about 80 years old. It was created in the early part of this century.
What is interrogation?
Interrogation really means questioning a suspect.
When I need to find some info from like Little Rick or whatever, take his head, put it down, and excuse me French, I do a gaff on his head, and then he will speak. Do you think you could use something like that?
When we're trying to interrogate a suspect, we use a certain amount of psychological pressure.
But if that failed, would you not consider gaffing on someone's head?
No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
That's what I've seen.
But it doesn't happen nearly as often as the movies would make you think. I might suspect that you're engaging in criminal activity. And you're using...
How would you know?
Well, say one of my informants tells me. They tell me,
From Berkshire Police?
Or someone on the street that I know tells me that they think that you're selling drugs out of your apartment, out of your flat.
That ain't true.
No, but if one of your friends tells me that you're selling drugs.
Who?
No, just for example, if one of your friends tells me that you're selling drugs, and then another one, and then another one of your friends tells me that you're selling drugs, then we can take that information and go to a judge and say, we have reason to believe that Ali is selling drugs.
I ain't.
No.
I ain't. Who's been grassing me out? So, do you do stuff with the mafia?
Yeah, we organized crime, we refer to it as. One of the more day-to-day kinds of crimes that the mafia is famous for is stealing shipments of merchandise.
For real?
So if you and I hijack a truck full of Tommy Hilfiger sportswear, if you and I steal that merchandise and sell it on the street.
Why is he talking about this on camera? You know we're being filmed.
Oh, no, sure. But I mean, it happens all the time. This kind of thing goes on all the time. I mean, you and I make $25,000 a piece.
Do you want to talk about this after? Or
No, I'm just using this as an example.
all right. Okay.
Just using to make a point.
Okay, so what is third-degree murder?
If I come walking into my house and I find you there in bed with my wife.
That ain't never gonna happen. I swear to you today. I mean, I don't know what your wife looked like or whatever, but I swear, I would never do that to you. Even if you was my worst enemy or whatever, I would never do that.
Hypothetical. I'm so angry when I see this that I take my gun out and I shoot you, and then I shoot my wife.
Well, I'll shoot you first.
Yeah, right. No, you don't have a chance because I'm faster than you are.
For real, I was busy boning your missus.
And I have a gun and you don't. Right. So that's murder. I have no legal right to murder you because you're in bed with...
Just because his eyes slipping one in. Check this, we're now in a place called Hogan's Alley, which is part of the FB training thing, innit?
Yep, this is the FBI Academy's training complex. It was opened in 1987. The instructors in Hogan's Alley will teach you how to...
So how would we go in here?
It's the FBI. No, you can't kick the door. You don't come in. Once again, you are an employee of the FBI, like but that's in the movies.
So let's say I get someone here and I have to get down there. And then I still got another and then it's a bog. It's a bog in here. It's a bog. This is not a real person. Just punch him in the face. Yeah, we're looking at. We're looking at. Shut up. Shut up. Take that look off your face. What is your job?
I'm the assistant director in charge of all the criminal investigations of the FBI.
I know you ain't supposed to talk about it, but everyone out there wants to know about it. What is Studio 54?
That's a nightclub in New York City.
For real, but what's in the basement? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're...
You know what it's talking about, like long bodies, massive eyes, tiny nose, you know, dong done in a knot, you know, big long fingers.
Is this something from the X-Files?
Dong 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 dong. Do you ever get calls in about aliens and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, I've never gotten one.
Because my mate Ricky C, he was coming back from the staying station and he was going past the Elmsley Centre and he suddenly felt this thing grab him and, excuse me French, go up his exit hole. And the next day he found himself in this trolley at the back, you know, near the buses. How do you explain that?
I don't know anything about it, I'm sorry.
Young people out there, if they want to join the FB,
Right.
what should they do?
They should stay away from drugs, they should go to college, and they should study hard.
And if they got none of those 3 years, they got a chance.
They don't have much of a chance.